So Khan, 45 seconds just about of reserve time left. We're going to have to see those calls coming out now. And again, we were questioning what they could go in that position 1. I said they could do the Drow. I still think they could go the Drow way, but it's not amazing. It just kind of is okay. Could also do something crazy, like I was gonna say they could do something crazy like an Ursa, but not against the Pugna.
Dire team pick.
Okay, they'll go the Peel. I didn't really think the Peel will do too well, just based on the fact that they are up against the Pugna and an AA. So you do have that illusion clear to deal with the PL, but if the PL gets to the point where, you know, he has a hard up and the illusions are very, very tanky, at that point the Pugna will really hate his life up against the other Phantom Lancer.
5 seconds remaining.
So Khan will have to just try and drag the game out a little bit more and give that free space over to the PL. Godsent, though, they've got to reveal another support, I believe, and another core, unless they plan to run the Slaughter support, which is very possible. In fact, I believe we saw Slaughter support yesterday. It was effective. Bit of a hard pick here for Godsent. You want something that goes well up against the PL, but there's not many options. I would have said OD would have been okay in the mid lane just because Sanities can really blow up everything. But they've already got the Pugna there. So instead, they're going to go for the Monkey King. I can't say I really agree with that pick. Very effective early on. Very effective in the mid. But up against the PL, that's where I'm starting to question things. Like, what's this monkey going to do?
10 seconds remaining. Ban.
I mean, the lanes are going to be fine for the monkey, right? If you put the safe lane Monkey King up against an off lane Timbersaw, he's just going to be able to continuously proc Jingu Mastery stacks. But I feel like you've already got enough counters towards the Timber. I don't think you need any more.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
I suppose you could go for the Ags build on Monkey King, and that could be a little bit frustrating for the Peel. That is somewhat of a way to clear some illusions out and find the real one. Obviously, Wukong's command is very hard to fight into as well for the PL. He doesn't enjoy going into that Wukong's, but then again, nobody does. Well, last pick, Godsent. This pick will reveal if it is going to be an offlane Slaughter or whether it's a position 4.
Radiant team pick.
It's a position 4. My question now is this a mid Pugna or a mid Necrophos? Seems like it'd be a mid Pugna offlane Necrophos, but they could switch it up based on what the mid matchup's going to be for them.
10 seconds remaining.
I really wouldn't blame the side of Khan for getting greedy and just going for the OD pick. To be honest, like the OD does feel very nice. They'll go for the Invoker though. That's not a hero you see very often. I'm not sure how much to expect from KJ on that Invoker, but I'm sure he's a very, very good Invoker player. The hero has not been in the best place, to be fair. You haven't really got a good setup either, like for Sunstrikes. Apart from maybe the Earthshaker, but even then, like his stuns don't really last that long anymore. I suppose the Invoker is going to be very disruptive though. I've got to say, both drafts look quite strange to me. I just don't like the way they close those drafts out at all. Anyway, though, it's going to make for some interesting games, that's for sure. I mean, it's rare that I get to see Necrophos and Invoker in the same game. So we'll have a little bit of a treat here with these two. I imagine he is probably going to go Quas Exhort on the Invoker. I don't think he'll go Quas Wex. Like, it's just too weak of a skill build to go for in the mid lane right now. But again, you don't really have the Sunstrike set up. You've just got to make those predictions as to where they're going to run to. We'll get into it though. Game number 2. Khan, 1 game away from qualifying to the Arena of Blood. Godsent need to win this match to force it to a game number 3. A lot of pressure on them in game 2. See how it all pans out as the game has begun.
Prepare for battle.
Not really sure what we're staring at right now, but we're just chilling for a bit. Pretty nice little gains there for the PL.
Breathe in. 30 seconds to battle.
Is it just me, or are we missing the health bars now at the top of the page? That's gonna make it a little bit awkward. Okay. That's really weird because I can't see the scores now. Godsent. Gonna be an interesting matchup as we do see the Timber up against the Monkey King, and again we talked about this earlier on, but it's gonna be a bit of a rough one for the Timber, I think, especially up against the AA as well. Well, down a bot lane, PL. It is going to be an off-lane Pugna. And that is going to be a bit rough for this Phantom Lancer. It's definitely not the easiest of lanes. Like, you don't feel very comfortable going for CS when there's a Pugna on the opposing side. It's OKC now. To try and harass out the Earthshaker, going for that little bit of a side pull. We'll get away with it. Drag the creep wave back towards his tier 2. Your Mitch. Still gonna have to hang around with OKC. We'll get the creeps though.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Your Mitch. Still copying harassment from OKC, but he's going to be alright as... Well, the lanes are looking pretty okay for everybody right now. Top of the last hits board is going to be the Necrophos at 9-1. Bot lane, they are getting a little bit aggressive here onto the heal, but he'll be okay as Boogie. Gonna just switch his attention over to Puba. There we go. There's the scoreboard coming up now. That's nice. It's much better.
Invisibility.
Okay, see ya. Be chased down now by the Timber. Still 3 minutes in. Necrophos having a great old time up against this Invoker. In fact, the Invoker has struggled a little bit, falling behind by 3 last hits. It's like your Mitch has actually transitioned down to the bot lane to try and help out up against this lane of the Pugna Slaughter. I don't really know if there's much kill potential here at the moment though, unless he lands an amazing Fisher. Boogie gonna be chased down. There will be a bit of a lance coming out. Your Mitch, he does get a nice Fisher off, and with the Decrepify, it actually amplified the Scatterblast damage. Boogie, though, still running away. He actually chops down a tree and does manage to get past the Fisher. So very close call for Boogie, but he does barely manage to get away. Meanwhile, the Timber, I mean, I thought he was going to have a much rougher time, although as I say that, he is going to go down and give away first blood. Classic Caster's Curse coming in. But OKC, it does finally get away with that kill. First blood going to the way of Godsent. I was talking about the Timber really getting too many last hits in this lane. Like, he is behind the Monkey King, which is to be expected, but the fact that he's still finding CS and XP really shouldn't be there, especially considering he is by himself. CTO going to be chased down now by your Mitch, who has been very frustrating in that bot lane.
Radiant are scanning.
What is that build? The Timber has gone for level 2 chains. No points in Whirling Death, so... Okay, that's a bit of a weird one. Now, I understand he probably wants to just be able to chain away every time he cops a cold feet. Like, it's fair enough in some sense. Especially considering he only has the option to pull the wave back behind his T1 up against this Monkey King. But it just feels so strange to see Whirling Death not being skilled up, because it's such a valuable ability up against melee cores like Monkey King. It's a very interesting build. You can see why he's done it though. Now we see CTO roaming around the mid lane, does cop a few T1 hits. Bot lane, Boogie does end up going down. Puba, he ends up finding him. Looks like it was a nice Fisher setup once again by the Earthshaker to find that kill. Okay, see ya. Gonna find his Timbersaw. Millionth time now. So with those level 2 chains, he really shouldn't have much kill potential. Era. Gonna come in, but will end up backing off. Era is farming very well, 36 and 14. He's gonna be a bit of a powerhouse this game if this keeps up. Although I talked about the PL just being so much stronger up against the Monkey King. If the Monkey King gets this good of a start, he could get aggressive very, very early. Mitch. Find Wish, but Wish won't really be intimidated. Sitting at level 7 on this Necrophos, basically not going to be killable as Boogie finds Puba on the Snapfire. Boogie was trying to make a chase, but unfortunately we're not really looking at that. We are looking at OKC, who is going for a cold feet. onto the Timber. Again, he just chains away from that. Era, though, will rotate over now. He wants to try and find this Timber kill, but he'll just chains away, pulls the creep wave, but this could be dangerous. I think he got a bit greedy pulling that creep wave away like this. He has TP available on the Timber, but he can't really abuse that when the Boundless Strike is available on the Monkey. And so Era going to just slow him down. Mind you, he is wasting a lot of time. I'm surprised Era hasn't backed off to the lane again and just farmed up the creep wave at his T1 tower. And so yeah, he's just going to keep chaining away in circles like this. Now Wish is joining in, but a Fisher comes out. They do get a Boundless Strike out now to cancel the last chains off, and that should mean his death. But I question whether it was worth chasing that far and that long just for a Timber kill. Speed is lagging again. I'll need a second, guys. While I try to fix this. Excuse the still screen for a second. I swear it'll be gone in a bit. Almost done. Sorry about that. Nothing happened, luckily, so we didn't miss anything, but I apologize for that. Top lane. Era does get jumped on, but he'll just turn around after Puba, actually throwing the Boundless Strike away onto the PL, but now the Fisher comes in from your Mitch. Scatterblast connects as well, and Era, he has found himself way too deep and does end up paying for it.
Radiant structures are fortified.
His Godsent will try to pressure that T1 mid, but the rotations will be there from Khan. They'll be there to protect. And so Godsent don't find anything out of that MK dying. In fact, CTO may have been caught out now. Fisher does actually get dodged essentially by the tornado of the Voker, and now Ghost Form is there, but the Reaper's Scythe will come in as Wish had a sentry ward already sitting there on the ground, so the Ghost Walk just did nothing. This Invoker pick so far has not paid off whatsoever. A lot of this pressure is going to be over on the PL, who just needs to keep farming up as fast as possible. Get that diffusal up and start getting active. But everything is looking very, very good for Godsent right now. They sit at a 2-4, but more importantly, a 2k net worth lead on the Dire side. Actually, they're going to find the Timber as well. Tries to chain away, but unfortunately for him, the tree was right next to him still. Your Mitch will help him out with the Fisher, and now a nice tornado, but where's the follow-up? Not there. You know, I didn't really talk about this, but he did end up going for the Quas Wex build on the Invoker. Now, in the draft phase, I was talking about how if you go Quas Wex in the mid lane, you generally end up losing the lane quite hard. That's basically what's happened. And so this utility Invoker in the mid lane, I can't say I agree with it too much. Like, it's very disruptive. Eventually, of course, he is going to have all his abilities up anyway, but it seems as though this Invoker pick is just to ensure that they can keep buying themselves time to get this PL up and running. Yeah, he does pick up the urn. He's going to go into the Spirit Vessel, which is fair enough. In fact, they might find this Slardar Boogie. He rotates into the mid lane. They are trying to go after the Snapfire and Life Drain. Gonna be there, and yeah, they'll find that very easily. But Boogie should pay for this as Era gonna cop a Cold Snap with the EMP and a nice Fisher block coming out from your Mitch. Now the Timber will TP in. They really want to burst down Era ASAP as the Tornado comes in from KJ. They do find the kill. Meanwhile, top, the AA does go down. PL, finding himself a very easy solo kill apparently. And it's going to be a fair bit of gold going to the way of Khan now. It'll certainly help the PL get to a quick defusal. As bot lane, Boogie, he'll get caught out. Puba, a nice cookie to set up, and KJ just had the follow-up damage. Suddenly a 5-5. That net worth lead we talked about a minute ago is completely wiped out. It's basically back to an even game. And mind you, this has basically been a 4v5 the whole time, as this Timber has had nothing for a pretty much the whole game. He's been a non-factor, so they're still fighting 4v5. Once you've got a few points up in Whirling Death and you've got a couple core items on this Timber, he's actually going to be able to contribute. And at that point, Godsent may be in a lot of trouble. They've still got to be aggressive on the Dire side. Like, you've got a Monkey King up and running. You've got to find these plays and slow down the PL. Looks like Era is going to be going for the Diffusal build as well, which is fairly okay up against the PL, because if you do just drain his mana, he can't just doppel away every 5 seconds. But that's assuming you're able to just stand there and hit the PL. In fact, they are going to find the Pugna now. CTO does Decrepify, but it's not going to help. KJ, killing spree now on the Invoker.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Mid lane, KJ gonna go in with that urn once again. Cold Snap onto Wish, and the Chakram just slowly ticking Wish away. He has the Ghost Form, he does commit it, but now the Kiss is flying in, but that's cancelled off as well. Wish somehow still surviving throughout all this. He finds a Reaper's Scythe. There will be a run in from the PL, they'll clean up the kill, but now the Timber is falling low, but still, Echo comes in, Boogie, he'll end up going down. Now the AA gonna be picked up, OKC definitely going bye-bye, and with that, they'll chase down CTO on the Pugna. In fact, never mind, they want Era on the Monkey King, and I believe that is a Diffusal now available on the PL, so he will drain away that mana. Khan, they're feeling the momentum now. That is really bad news for Godsent, as their draft really shouldn't be losing these team fights like this at this moment in the game. But they're getting outpaced, they're getting outfarmed now. And slowly but surely, Khan looks to take map control by removing that T1 mid tower.
Radiant are scanning.
So a 10-6, 3k net worth lead. Khan. Even picking up the Blink Dagger now on the Earthshaker. Era looking for some comeback farm. But they're losing that top tier 2. There's absolutely no defense coming out from this Godsent side. They'll take it. Just easy objectives being taken by Khan. Completely for free. And this is meant to be Godsent's time to shine. It seems like they're going to wait out the Diffusal to be available now onto Era before they try and make any more plays happen. But by that point, you may have a second core item on the PL, as Boogie going to realize he's been spotted underneath that Sentry Ward, and he just dies so darn quick. Roshan, why not? One hero down, you know they don't want to fight. So just take an easy Aegis and a free one, more importantly.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, Ice Blast does connect and it's very effective, but there's no follow-up to it. Khan just do not seem intimidated. They just keep pushing Roshan. Godsent still nowhere near the Roshan pit, and they're not even going to be allowed to get near as the Timber does chain forward, but now he could be in trouble. He'll be chased down by Boogie. Still the Roshan about to go, and it does go down. And they're all chasing this Timber Sword, but now your Mitch is coming in, and don't forget he has the Blink available. So you've got to watch out for that Blink Echo.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Godsent
Radiant's
moving
bottom
forward.
tower has
Timber is baiting right now. I mean, the Ice Blast going to fly in, but it's completely whiffed. Tornado is huge, though, with a massive EMP, and now the Cold Snap and Spirit Vessel on Boogie. Just slowly ticking him away. In fact, he may die here. Sunstrike, it won't land, but the chains do enough. Now the Timber, though, going to get Reaper's Scythe, and I would dare say that was not worthwhile for Khan.
You mad? 'Cause I am.
It's a bit of an interesting play from Khan to make that deep dive with the Timber. Okay, see ya. Gonna get Fission up. Your Mitch setting up there with the Cold Snap and the Spirit Vessel again. Okay, see ya. Does he actually survive this? I think he does. Looks like he will walk away alive. Sunstrike, though, will not land either. And Era actually finds Puba down at the bot lane. Well, Khan. 12 to 8 now. 2k net worth lead. Godsent still in it.
are scanning.
They're nowhere near out of it, that's for sure.
Dire's middle tower is under
But you look at this PL, he's just getting huge. Even picks up a nice little Defiance to go up against that all the magic burst that's coming out.
are fortified.
Has the Diffusal. I believe he's already got an Yasha up as well, going for a Manta style.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Godsent, all they can do is just stay away and farm. Not really much else they can do about this situation. They'll try and smoke up, but I don't think it's going to lead to anything good. Khan have been mostly grouped up throughout this game. Oh, CTO. Gonna get caught here. Cold Snap was there with the Lance. It's gonna be a very simple pickup. KJ will take it with the Tornado. They'll even take the Outpost while he's still mid-air. And I believe they actually managed to... No, they didn't manage to deny off the XP. It was actually 350 to each. They barely miss out on that. But more importantly, they find error anyway. And this will be a much more... Oh, your Mitch. That was a bit of a whiff on the Echo, but it won't matter. Error still going to be caught. And he is going to go down. And this Timber... I mean, he's just come back from such a bad start to the game. Still being very effective on this hero. They do have a 3k net worth lead now, 20 and a half minutes in. Godsent just trying to stay back. I just don't know what they can do. Like, Era is just so far behind in farm.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The rest of his supports and cores are kind of the same thing. Wish is going to show himself to the PL, but... Well, there's the Ghost form coming out. They have the control there. The PL now thinking about going after CTO. But now with that, Wish tornadoed up. Quick Kiss is flying in. He has nowhere to go. They'll even leave him. Just let him walk around and do nothing. The Life Drain will help him out, but the Timber's going to come in and try and clean him up, and does do so with the chains. Well, Era, can you at least find the PL here? Not really, as the Cold Snap comes in with the Spirit Vessel. They will decrepify him up. It's not going to help his cause, though, as they do just melt. And the all chat will continue from Khan as they just stomp this game. They're going to go for another very early tier 3. We saw this in game 1. They take a good team fight, they go high ground.
Radiant structures are fortified.
A lot of pings coming out as well. Tips coming out. Obviously the Calm Boys are feeling very happy right now as there's no buybacks coming out from Godsent. Boogie trying to set himself up to go in here, but
Middle barracks.
It's a very, very awkward team fight to try and initiate into. They are going to show themselves. Wish he walks past the racks. Ice Blast gonna fly through. They're gonna take the team fight. The Ice Blast is amazing. Hits onto 2. Puba does go down. Wish though does fall quite low. Still they won't find the kill. Instead your Mitch actually drops the era now. So they actually are punishing quite well here. But Khan just don't seem to care. They're just kind of having fun, it seems like, as they will just chain away. Now the turnaround onto Boogie. The Slider just melting to the PL damage. Wukong's command will come out, but it will not protect Boogie, surely. He should go down, and does. Now they'll turn around onto OKC, who tries to TP away, but they do find him just in the nick of time. Wish, he's trying to run as well. It's going to be to no avail, though, as he is just being slowed down by the defusal. He does manage to ghost form away. Buyback was there from the AA just in case Khan felt like they could keep going.
Radiant are scanning.
So Khan will just continue this. Nothing really slowing them down. Boogie, do not run up that hill, sir. It is not safe. Your Mitch gonna jump in with the enchant totem. Has the Fisher block as well. It's just gonna be such an easy kill. They just continue with the all chat. It's gonna be very demoralizing here for Godsent. Now that last outer tier 2 tower for Godsent to be the target for Khan. Backdoor protection, the PL just stands there and starts hitting. Doesn't care.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Top lane. There was a TP coming in from the PL. He'll be alright though. Bot lane, they are trying to take advantage of the fact that the Timber has been left alone. In fact, he hasn't. Puba, he got caught out by Boogie, and now the Ice Blast's gonna fly in, but man, Boogie just melts. Just disappeared, and now the Echo, your Mitch. He jumps in onto 2. The Snapfire Kiss is flying in, and this looks really, really bad for Godsent as Wish slowly melting away once again. They get the cold snap off, they get the cookie. Wish, he will ghost form, but it will not matter. And now the PL's back to make matters worse. They found the AA, they found CTO on the Pugner. This game looks to just be over as OKC, he's gonna die back. And Godsent, they hold out, they don't call the GG. They do get team wiped, however. 14k net worth lead, as you just saw on the screen, is now active for Khan, and well, whoever this PL catches is basically dead at this rate.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
KJ, Cold Snap, Era just standing there trying to farm. The cookie is there from Puba. EMP to drain all that matter, and now a Tornado once again. Era, he just goes down. It's just child's play at this point for Khan, as they do find Boogie as well. Used up, it won't matter. Scatterblast's gonna be there, and well, now they just jump onto the tier 4s, but the GG does finally get called. Boogie has had enough of this game. And Khan, they look so darn good these past 2 days, and they will be able to qualify directly through to the Arena of Blood tournament, being sponsored by GGBet, of course. Or sorry, excuse me, EGB. And well, it's been a fun couple days. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow for more. We will be doing the lower bracket tomorrow. Of course, there is going to be 2 matchups, I believe, instead of 1. Tomorrow, it is going to be Empire Hope vs Ursus Gaming, and then Godsent is in the lower bracket finals, waiting for the winner of that series. So Empire Hope vs Ursus tomorrow, a secondary lower bracket finals, and that'll pretty much be it. That'll be it for tonight, however, as we only had one best of 3 set up, unfortunately. Things went a lot more smoothly than yesterday, though, which is nice. So we had that at least. We had audio today, which was fantastic. It is MLP Dota. I hope you guys have had fun. I'm certainly having fun. And I'll see you guys again tomorrow. You all have a fantastic day ahead of you.